Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. And that is Finster. Say hello. And down there is Mildred. Yes, we get both of them. I have upper and lower cats here. Let's see if we can get them both in the picture. Do we really want to talk about music, or would we rather just hang out with the cats? I mean, come on. What's more important, right? Actually, music. Sorry, girls. I really don't mean it, but that's why we're here. In particular, Zelenka, a new recording from Karus, which does wonderful choral music under Frieder Bernius with the Kammerchor Stuttgart and the Baroque Orchestra Stuttgart. They're doing Zelenka's Missa Gratias Agimus Tibi, or Gratias Agimus Tibi. I don't know how you pronounce your Latin. It doesn't matter. And we've got also a bunch of smaller works, the Magnificat in D, Laudate Puri Dominum in F, and Beatus Vir in C major, all of which are simply splendid. Zelenka is just the coolest. I mean, if you don't know Zelenka, you really are missing something. Go on YouTube, listen to Zelenka. It's phenomenal. He's one of the few Baroque composers who has an instantly identifiable musical personality. It's so distinctive. He was active in the court in Dresden, and he lived from 1679 to 1745. All that survives of what he wrote, and apparently he wrote a lot more than is with us, are a couple of dozen masses, roughly, and lots of other liturgical music for the Catholic Church, and 6 trio sonatas, and a small handful of orchestral works, and one of those big sort of celebratory royal opera things. And they are just amazing pieces. Virtually every single one of them. I mean, now, the Missa Gratias Agimus Tibi is a beautiful score. I mean, he also was a great orchestrator. I mean, it's got trumpets, it's got recorders, wonderful solo roles. The trumpets aren't just used with timpani to go bangity bang bang bang. They play along with the vocal line. They have lyrical passages. It's really exceptional. It doesn't sound like anyone else's Baroque music. And from the very opening of this Mass that it's Zelenka, because you have this long ritornello, this orchestral introduction that's sort of chugging along, because he has these wonderful rhythmic, mobile bass lines that always keep the music supercharged with tension. And it's very celebratory. Then all of a sudden it just drops into the minor key for like 2 bars, and then whoop, it's back into the happy stuff. And that's him. He's constantly being harmonically interesting. I mean, this particular Mass is not one of his bigger Masses. It's only about 28 minutes long, the whole thing, in small little 1 and 2 minute sniglets. The whole Kyrie is 3 minutes and 24 seconds. And it's just delicious. And rather than having like 3 movements, you have a Kyrie eleison, and then you've got like a separate Christe eleison thing. And then the Kyrie comes back, either the same or a different setting. Well, here what he does is you have the Kyrie eleison, and then the Christe starts, and then it intertwines with the return of the Kyrie, because he was a master of counterpoint, of combining melodies, but his lines are always clear because they're often rhythmically interesting and syncopated. And I mean, it's just so much to listen to in a tiny, tiny little space. I mean, the Gloria here, when you have from the point where we have the Quoniam tu salus sanctus, 1 minute and 34 seconds, but just this massive variety of texture and idea, and it's just the Sanctus with its slithery, crazy chromatic harmonies, really sexy sounding. It's like Tristan and Isolde do the Sanctus. It's really nifty. And like I said, it's short. It's really a Missa brevis, because it was written for a royal celebration, and everyone knows the aristocracy had no attention span. And so, he packs the whole thing into just 28 minutes. And my, oh my, is it fun to listen to. It really is. And in those short little movements, one after another, he stuffs so much music that it sounds much more, much richer, and much less fragmentary than you might think. So it's extraordinary music. And I have a Zelenka playlist, and I have a link to it below this this video. And I urge you to go look at some of the other Zelenka videos to find some great recordings, and also to listen to as much as you can, because it's all on YouTube. You can hear it all anyway, and it's extraordinary. Now, the Magnificat in D major is also an amazing piece. It's also quite short. It's 4 plus 8, 10 minutes long, the whole thing, and full of celebratory stuff. And my, oh my, do they sing it. Oh, they sing it beautifully. We have a bunch of excellent sopranos: Hannah Morrison, Franziska Bobe, David Alsop is an alto, Philip Sheslevitz is another alto. They're male altos, and they're tolerable. Thomas Hobbs, tenore, and Jonathan Sells, bass. And Frieder Bernius, as I said, always does this stuff well. The other works are quite short. Laudate Pueri Dominum is just 6 minutes of sort of call and response, chorus and soloists, or all soloists, but one soloist and then several. And the Beatus Vir in C major. Oh, listen to the opening movement. That's C major? Really? It's just harmonically so interesting. It's just extraordinary music. Fun to listen to, enjoyable to listen to. I mean, you would go to church to hear it. There's a story in here about how, Zelenka's music was so compelling that Protestants used to go to Dresden to hear it, and they would convert to Catholicism. And I get it. I really do. I mean, I might not go that far, but I would certainly go to church for the concert. Absolutely. So give this a shot. You're going to really be happy that you did. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.